What's our record? 4-4. What's our record? 4-4. What's our record? 4-4. All right, now let's do something about it. Let's do something about it.
At 4-4 and really through a lot of adversity and a lot of heartbreak, they really have an opportunity. Maybe not to be the best team that's ever played in Miami, but to create a legacy for themselves and the team that brought us back in the direction that we need to be and clearly finish this season strong.
Legacy. This is the definition of it. A gift by will, especially of money or personal property. Something handed down, received from an ancestor or predecessor.
A legacy, although it's something that's handed down, it's also something that you can create generationally.
I think it's important to understand the legacy that was before you, but I think to make a legacy, you're going to have to make your own legacy.
For this generation of Miami Hurricanes is an incredible opportunity, not to dwell on the past, not to think about the future, but to really say, okay, with these 4 games left, these 22 days, what can we do to carve out our legacy and leave this place better than we found it?
What are we going to do here in these next 4 games? What's our legacy going to be? How do you want to be remembered? How do you want to be remembered? Think about that. How do you, Fig, want to be remembered? How do you want to be remembered? Paddock? How do you want to be remembered? Seniors? And the team. How do you want to be remembered? Hand out these forms. Take 5 minutes, fill this form out.
We just wanted them to write down, what they wanted to be remembered for after this game, what they were going to personally do to help our team be successful.
I just wrote about, I want to be the team that turned this program around, to get it back to, where it used to be.
I wrote that I was playing for my teammates and then to get us on a run to end the season and start something big for the following year.
In order to turn this program around, you got to start with, a foundation, and that's what Coach Golden instilled in us, more disciplined, tougher, smarter.
All those great teams you see now, they didn't always start off that way. They had to have some kind of turning point to get where they are, and I felt like the last 4 or 5 games of the season could really be a turning point for us to get the program where we want to go.
Offense in here. Defense.
I came back the next day anxious. I wanted to see my paper again because I wanted to jot some other things down that I learned from my mom, and those things where, don't look for ways, just make plays, and don't press, just perform, So, when I got my paper, I jotted them down, and, that's the 2 things I share with the team.
I'm playing for my family and the team. How do I want to be remembered at this game? Just as a finisher, hard worker, somebody to help the team turn this thing around. And my number 3 is simple. What I want to do personally is just don't look for ways, just make plays, and don't press, and just perform.
What's really important that the guys on our team really embrace that competitiveness, that toughness, that work ethic, that chip on your shoulder that those that came before us provided us.
I want to be remembered just for playing hard, playing fast, and just taking advantage of every opportunity I get.
Mike and I are best friends, and it's ironic because we both met because we're so hard working.
I met AJ because of working out.
When I first got here, I was at quarterback at the time, and so I'd be looking for somebody to catch the ball.
I didn't have nobody to throw the ball, and AJ was a quarterback, and AJ would always throw the ball to me.
He's been through a lot just growing up, and what's happened to him since he's been in college, the way he comes to work every day is really professional on his side, and I think he really does lay it on the line for his teammates every day, and we all respect him for it.
The person I got my work ethic from was my mom, and her legacy is the one I'm trying to live up to. My mom always worked hard. Everything she did, that's what she instilled in me and my sister. She taught all her life. She'd be like, teach in the morning, teach throughout the day, whatever she was doing with kids. Her work ethic was just outstanding. She would go to work in the day and at night. She worked at like a place called King Supermarket at night, and she worked at Winn-Dixie at night. And she would always bring home like these popsicles late at night for me and my sister. We'd always stay up for that. She'll get home like 2 or 3 in the morning, go to sleep, and be up at 6 again going to work. She just did what she had to do no matter what. She was just being a great parent.
He is the way he is because of his mom. He knows that, and he gives a lot of credit to her all the time, and he talks about her all the time and just how she impacted him and made him the way that he is today.
Whatever had to do something with football, she was there. No matter what she had to do, no matter what was going on, she was there. I remember she only missed one of my games. My great-grandma died, and she had to go to a funeral. That was the only game she ever missed, from flag to when she passed.
Over Christmas break last year, my mother, I, and my son, we were taking a trip to go shopping, and along that route, we were in a car accident.
I just got out of practice, and my uncle had called my phone like a couple of times, and I was just wondering why everybody was calling me. So I was just like, is everybody all right? And he didn't answer me. He was like, I'm gonna check and see, and I'm gonna call right back. I don't know if he knew then and just didn't know how to tell me. Waited a little bit, but he had called me back like 30 minutes later and was like, your mom passed, and I dropped the phone, and I couldn't believe it, just the person I've been knowing for so long, who raised me, who everything I am today is gone. It's good memories, but it's also sad at the same time. Just looking at my mom, seeing her happy, it made me happy, so, that's why I look at it sometimes.
Our mother was our support system, our counselor, just such a cheerleader for us. And so it was such a devastating loss for Mike and I.
I got this tattoo on my arm. It's a picture of me and my mom when I was younger. I was around about right at 11 months. It's a picture of holding me. She's just smiling, and I'm laughing, it's just, you can see the happiness. No matter what we was going through, she always just taught me to be happy about it. This is my mom right here. That's me when I was a baby. That's her arm when she was holding me. Then I got that on the inside right there. My mama's boy, big mama's boy. I let the world know I'm my mama's boy, a big one, and I love mama to death, what I'm saying? Anybody who has a mama that was as good as mine, I want you to be, I hope you're a mama's boy or mama's girls too. When I wake up in the morning, I always like kiss on it, give it a little kiss, tell her I love her, I just feel like she always with me. I always get to just look down and see her. Most people say like, you shouldn't get tattoos or it's frowned upon. I understand that. It was just something I did for me, what I'm saying? It's not gonna change the person who I am. It's not gonna change, what I do on a day-to-day basis or how I treat people or how I act in society. Because if anybody, for those who know me, they know I'm a good kid and I do what I gotta do to, be a good kid every day, These tattoos, they define me to a certain point, but, it's not just ink. What I'm saying? It means more to me than that.
You can train to your core values or you can recruit to your core values. When you have someone like Mike James in your program, he represents what you're looking for from a leadership standpoint, from a toughness standpoint, from a work ethic standpoint.
He's grown as a player and as an individual over this last year after the car accident, after the loss of our mother. And his story is, is so inspirational to where, he's this kid that's worked so hard all his life to get to this point, and now it's finally paying off. And within, a year, he'll have a bachelor's degree and working on his master's degree.
When you have guys like that in your locker room, you have a chance to really get the message through and develop a team that works hard and appreciates each other and understands how hard you have to prepare week in and week out. So I don't think there's any question that having guys like that make an incredible difference in the fabric of your team.
You can't beat that. A kid who went through high school with A's and B's, honor roll all the way through, start running back, and have such a tragedy and so young in his life. So you can't look at him and not be inspired on how to prosper after the loss.
4th and 1, Morris, James, right side, into the end zone.
Every time I hit my chest and point to the sky, that's for her. I just feel like she always watching. I want her there physically so bad. I just try to keep my mind and she always watching, and I just always tell her I love her, hit my chest and give her a kiss every time I score or do something. I do to honor her.
James fakes it to Benjamin. He's going to run to the right side. Breaks the tackle at the 40, 45, midfield. Mike James to the 40, 35-yard line. He picks up 29 yards.
He's picking up at the every day and, and just trying to put his best foot forward every single day. And when he goes out on the field, you can see that he gives his all, every game. And so, it's so inspirational. Even when he comes out, he always has a smile on his face. When he first came to UM, he was known as the guy that smiled all the time.
A lot of people see me smiling, but it's always, I guess it just became a habit, from growing up and always, moments are like, why be mad all the time? There's just no reason to be.
If Mike's having a bad day, it's hard to figure out because he's always smiling. He has a great appreciation for life. It's hard to get him down.
Hand off, James cuts right. James diving for the end zone. He is in for a touchdown. Mike James.
I don't know if anybody noticed, it's the last point. Like after I point to the sky, I point to my sister, you know. That's where my mom used to sit, you know, she's in the same seat. So I guess she realized how important it was to my mom to carry it on. So I mean, that's what she's been doing. Me and my sister's relationship is tighter than ever. I mean, I love her to death. I don't know if she know that, you know. Jasmine, I love you. If you watching this, you know, so. You know, we're tighter than ever, and I appreciate it every day I get to spend with it, and I'm cherishing it because you never know when it's your last. And when my mom passed, and I just got to realize that more than ever.
Football has helped, you know, Mike slowly move through this tragedy simply for the fact of it's something him and my mother shared.
My mom's legacy is, you know, just hard work, dedication, loyalty. She was big on it, you know, and you know that's what I'm gonna try to keep on it. I'm gonna instill in my kids when I have some someday, you know, that I want to instill in my family and instill in people around me.
You know, when you put that kind of work in to day out, and you feel like you're making progress and you learn, and it's not always perfect, it's not going to be. But certainly at the end of the day, you know, they have a chance to enjoy their success as well.
AJ! After the game, I saw Mike and we started talking about what we had just accomplished. One of the first things we said was we got to keep this going because it was a lot of fun, and I think we got a lot accomplished off the field that's going to help our program in the long run.
At the end of the day, I can smile because, you know, I did the things I had to do to prepare. You know, I worked hard. You know, I sacrificed the things I need to sacrifice. And, you know, I mean, why not smile? I've been through a lot, you know, so I just feel like smiling just, you know, it all wraps it up to make it something good.